Could you introduce yourself in Japanese?
で、現在は外国人タレントの活動をさせていただきながらスタートアップもやってます。
What advice would you give to beginners learning Japanese?
Best advice that I can give is
Only studying with a study book isn't that helpful.
Hey guys, I'm Yuto. So today, I'm going to interview foreign Japanese speakers. How did you learn Japanese? Okay, let's get started. So thank you for your time. Where from?
from New York City.
New York City. How long have you been in Japan?
I've been in Japan 7 years now.
So could you introduce yourself in Japanese?
Of course. 前はアレクサンダーです。ニューヨークから来ました。今、高円寺に住んでるで、日本で留学してる。よろしくお願いします。
How did you learn Japanese? Could you explain what you did step by step?
Yeah. So, of course, in the beginning, when you're first, getting a grasp on the language, I think textbooks or apps are a good way to start. Once you have the foundation set, I think the best thing you can do is just make Japanese friends and talk to people. Once you're really using the language in an actual scenario, then you'll start learning a lot faster.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's kind of hard to make Japanese friends.
Yeah.
So how did you make Japanese friends?
You can meet people from, maybe your friends can introduce you to someone, or you can go out to events, meet people out there. Just get yourself out there. Go to places where it's social and you can talk to people.
Where from?
I'm from Germany.
Germany.
Yes.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been living in Japan for approximately 6.5 years. Next year it's gonna be 7 years. Yeah.
Okay. Could you introduce yourself in Japanese?
Of course. では皆さん、どうもはじめまして。私、ハーフラモンと申します。来日したのが、およそ6年半前の2019年の3月頃でした。で、最初は同志社大学に短期留学して、その後に早稲田大学の政治経済学部に第二次編入させていただきました。で、現在は外国人タレントの活動をさせていただきながらスタートアップもやってます。で、タレントとしては、世界比べてみたらドイツ代表と、NHK のラジオ番組の毎日ドイツ語に最近出演したこともあります。よろしくお願いします。
So how did you study Japanese?
Okay, so first of all, I started learning Japanese when I was in high school, and we had something called the Japanese Circle, Nihon Sakuru.
Okay.
And it was, generally speaking, just a circle activity round about Japan. So you could learn about the culture and the language. And this is how I started learning the language.
Okay.
And we started by learning the basic characters. You have the hiragana, you have katakana, and you have kanji. And we started by learning hiragana and katakana. And then we just got into simple introduction phrases. And little by little, we started also introducing some grammar. And once we had enough grammar and hiragana and also some kanji, it just progressed from this point on. And later on, I decided to study Japanese at university as well. But the real Japanese studies, I think hands-on approach would be to come to Japan and work in an izakaya. It's the best way to learn Japanese.
Where from?
I'm from France. I live in Paris.
Okay. So how long have you been in Japan?
I've been there for 3 weeks now, and it is the 4th time I'm coming to Japan.
Could you introduce yourself in Japanese?
バティスと申します。じゃあ、フランスに住んでて、今、仕事のために出張しています。IT の会社に勤めていて、日本のお客さん会いに来ました。2ヶ月の出張してます。よろしくお願いします。
How did you learn Japanese? Could you explain what you did step by step?
So I began learning Japanese at university. That's when I really started courses organized by my university. After I graduated, I kept on following evening classes that I could find in Paris. And also a bit autonomously as I went along. And then time after time, I had opportunities to work, not in Japan, but with Japanese customers, with Japanese coworkers at my company that exposed me to Japanese more and more.
If you are a Japanese teacher, what advice would you give to beginners learning Japanese?
I think the best advice that I can give is you just got to be willing to really throw yourself in the deep end and just try. You're going to make mistakes, and that's normal. That's going to happen, but you've just got to push yourself and you got to try.
So if you just started learning Japanese, I guess getting a good study book like kyokasho is very important. In my case, I chose Genki. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's from Japan Times. It's a very good book. And in generally speaking, trying to connect with Japanese people who can help you improve on your pronunciation and also can help you correct sentences when you're speaking to just, get a flow of it and like get some daily use Japanese, right? Because only studying with a study book isn't that helpful because it's, certain phrases and just repeating them doesn't really help. That's my advice.
I think that the vocabulary is very important, more so maybe than the grammar, because I feel like over 10 years since I started learning Japanese, I focused a lot on grammar rules, and I can use them to express pretty much anything I want. But if I lack the vocabulary to really express what I want, it's going to be a problem. Coming from a European country, French and English have a lot of common vocabulary. They are structured a bit the same way. So what I know in French can be used in English, but it's not the case in Japanese. Many verbs, really the feeling, the image that are conveyed are completely different because it's a completely different culture than European cultures. The grammar rules are logical, so it feels easy to learn, but you need that intuition of Japanese language, and that comes through a lot of exposure.
How important are kanji in learning Japanese?
Kanji is going to be a big part of communication. You're going to be texting, work emails, all that kind of stuff. Paying bills. Kanji is really important for all that if you want to be living in Japan long term. So I think everyone should definitely be picking up a bit.
It really depends on if you just want to be fluent and speak Japanese, it's not that important. But however, if you really want to understand Japanese, read Japanese newspaper, or if you're watching Japanese movies with Japanese subtitles, it is very helpful to know a lot of kanji. So I really recommend like studying kanji a lot. Methods is different from person to person. I personally really studied it by just writing it out a lot, but it's really important in general.
So it's very important, of course. It's essential to learn to read them. For very beginners, maybe you might think that you can do with just the romages or maybe just the kanas, and that's not true. Very, very soon you're going to hit a point where it's very difficult to make sense of a sentence without the kanjis. And especially in daily situations, there are many messages, especially here in Japan, on advertisements, on message boards. A kanji is like a flash of sense. And it's more than just a word. It's a long process. It's something that you have to go through with confidence. And probably at times you're going to think, I'm never going to get there. But the truth is, you end up making sense of kanjis, even those sometimes that you didn't learn, because there's a hidden logic in it that I can't explain. But if you see many of them, you end up finding your way through them. So do learn kanji.
Thank you for watching. As I said, if you want to learn Japanese, you can't avoid kanji. Without it, many words look exactly the same and reading becomes slow and confusing. Reading Japanese without kanji is like reading English without spaces between words. It's possible, but it's much harder and less enjoyable. Over 70% of Japanese words use kanji. If you skip it, you are missing the heart of the language. Let's take your Japanese skills to the next level. So today, I want to introduce you guys an app that helps you learn kanji and vocabulary. It's MochiKanji Learn Japanese. In MochiKanji, you can choose from a wide range of courses based on your interests and goals. The app offers everything from JLPT levels N5 to N2. Textbook-based courses like Minna no Nihongo and Genki to specialized topics like IT and nursing. So whether you are a complete beginner or already an advanced level, there's something here for you.
I'll show you a little bit of what's inside. Each lesson in MochiKanji is easy and quick to finish. Just 8 to 10 minutes with around 10 to 15 words or kanji. Every Japanese word comes with flashcards, audio, images, pronunciation, example sentences, and interactive quizzes. This helps you observe the language gradually and effectively without any need for cramming. Studying kanji together with vocabulary is an effective way to learn. In MochiKanji, each kanji is taught with example words that include it. And it's also fun that you can learn by writing each one out yourself.
Now I will introduce the best and unique feature of MochiKanji. After learning some lessons, the app will calculate and remind you to devise the learned words at the best time called golden time. This feature is based on the spaced repetition system, a learning method of reviewing words at interval. So you just need to learn kanji and words and wait for golden time to review your lessons. Thanks to its automatic smart notification, it is effortless to learn and memorize 1000 words and kanji in a month effectively if you follow its learning path seriously. What's more, every word you learn is tracked using a 5-level memorization system. Starting from level 1, just learn to level 5, well memorized. You can easily check the current level of each word in your digital notebook, so you always know which ones need more review. If you want to focus only on kanji, there is a tab on this app for you, where MochiKanji offers kanji courses from N5 to N2 and Joyo Kanji. Each kanji will run through mnemonics, vocab, and stroke order practice, which improves your memorization. Oh, and you can search new words on the J dictionary of your app and save them for review later. So everything to learn kanji in Japanese in here. MochiKanji Learn Japanese. Just open your App Store or Google Play searching MochiKanji Learn Japanese. You guys also can expense this app on the websites. Thank you for watching. If this video helps you, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram. See you next time.